or Mr. Hard Drive is the cleanest radio out there? Kinda cool, ain't it? You gotta pay attention. That's right. If you splatter, you just don't matter. Too bad today it still catches your eye, though. Yeah, it's one of those little splatter boxes out there. Yeah, nobody wants to see or hear a splatter box. Well, yeah, it's 5 kilohertz wave. A little bit more when you're really good at it. You got sophisticated NIST calibrated test equipment. You can create the roll-offs extremely natural. Copy? And so, the 100% analog is the key. Knowing how to do it, yes, it works real good. Back to the bench. They need a lot of power just to try to keep up with cleaner and meaner. Back to the bench. Don't be so miserable, window licker. I can see you splattering out there. No, don't be so miserable. Get off this channel. Go to 28. All them little splatter boxes. Yeah, go there and get them educated from time to time. Back to the bench. Don't be miserable. What'd you say? What'd you say? It's not like you said. God, another window licker. An expert on the receiver in the front end, then there's absolutely no way you'll understand how to tune a transmitter. It's just not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. Yeah, you gotta be an expert on the front ends and understand what the majority of the radios are on the frequency you're talking on to be able to manipulate the occupied bandwidth and amplitude. If you don't understand that, stay on the radios. Back to the bench. Yeah, there's a bunch of little miserable guys. We call them the golden screwdriver gatekeepers. Ones are all the new exports, all the anytone versions and variants. You have a lot of test equipment to work on them. They're kind of time consuming too. You got the screwballs and window lickers or whatever you want to call them. So there's nothing you can do. There's actually more adjustments and more features in the version 2s than the version 1s. You just got to know what you're doing. Back to the bench. I agree, they are junk. If they're not fine-tuned, they're junk. Yeah, non-stop problems with the channel selector or encoder. That's the most important part of that radio on the version 2s. Along with max mod, those regulators are constantly blowing. People wanting to send them in constantly. They don't know why they blow, but that's what's going on. They think it's the vinyl's blowing, but it's the regulator that does it. And the reason why you hear this is because of those matched Palomar transistors. I wouldn't own a radio, especially put it in a truck and take it over the road, the typical out-of-the-box ones are very unreliable. Yeah, what you're hearing right now is that matched pair of transistors, the ERF 2030 pluses. In other words, they're matched on a curve tracer. Forget the guys with the HFE, that doesn't mean nothing. It's the linearity of the transistors in comparison to each one. It's their linearity. Yes, combined. Yeah, otherwise you got all kinds of different harmonics, intermodulation, distortion. The meter will look like it's doing all kinds of watts, but it's really not. Back to the bench. Pay attention.